Hey, one of the few clean jokes George Carlin ever said was, those who dance are called insane by those who can't hear the music. And what I want to share with you today, I think everybody in this room can dance, but some of the people that we deal with in the field, in operations, may not hear the music. And they look at things that we do like, God, you're insane. Don't you live in the real world? And don't you get these things? And for those of you guys that don't know me, my name's TJ Schier. I live about 75% of the time in the operations side of the business. We're a which franchisee. We own 15 restaurants, or well, I guess as I like to say it, 13 restaurants and 2 charities. We have a few nonprofit organizations that we have, unfortunately. I think I'm a better trainer than I am a real estate site selection person at this point. But the other 25% of the time I spend with your managers, your franchisees, really sharing what we've learned in our business. And so what I want you all to walk away from today is to understand that training is operations and operations is training. And I want to start with a little video and just tell me if this is your company, maybe some operators that you see in your business.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, I don't need this. I'm already late.
Somebody will come. Anybody out there?
Do you have a phone?
No. Sorry. Somebody! Hello? There are 2 people stuck on an escalator and we need help. Now, would somebody please do something?
So do you feel like that's your field, your managers out there? What are they waiting for? The escalator broke, and they're waiting for you to come help. They're waiting for training to rescue the day. I want you to think of yourself as a personal trainer, somebody that is going to go out and teach your managers, your field personnel, to get ripped. Not in the hospitality sense of last night in the hospitality suite getting ripped, but more about getting physically ripped. So I want to give you some tools that you can do to make your training more effective to leverage your operations. RIPT stands for Rapid Improvement Program. Put together training tools that your operators can use so when they look at the diagnostics every week, what were my cost of goods sold? What were my labor numbers? What is my turnover? Who needs to get trained this week? You know, the 3 balls that they need to juggle of sales, people, and profits. Let them take that RIPT template and focus in on specific behaviors. Because if you as a trainer can give them those tools to help them make better operations decisions, you're, through your training efforts, making your stores better. You need to also train greatness. Now, I'll shout out to Jenny and K&N Management. If you all are down there, you can actually go see their operations as well. But this company in Tennessee, PALS, is by far, no offense to anybody in the room, the best run restaurant company I've ever seen. 26 restaurants, $1.8 million average unit volumes, 2% management turnover, 54% hourly employee turnover, 200 cars an hour through a single lane drive-through. Imagine dropping a new employee into that. They could train wreck that thing really quick. You can go to their website, you can go to their institute and learn how great you can be. When we started our franchise group, we modeled our business after these guys. There are 3 people that work above the store level in their company. There's the founder, there's the CEO, and there is an admin that essentially answers calls that says, no, we don't franchise. They run their operations better than anybody. And when I went to do an article on them about 8 or 10 years ago, what I learned from them, I said, I want to see your training program. And this was 2005 or so. All it was basic PowerPoint and this, flashcards. One of the things that we put in recently in our operation is flashcards, little shoebox full. Now, of course, I'm a little bit older, so my 18-year-old son actually works for me. And he's like, Dad, seriously, flashcards? So I was like, okay, Scooter, here's what we're going to do. And I found an app called Flashcard Machine. So now the flashcards can be done manually or they can be done on an app. So during lulls, we've given a tool to give to our managers that they can work with our employees to help them get ripped, to get better at what they do, to do some more reps. Because what we want them to do is be as good at their job as a sommelier is about wine. They just know it. GMC had a truck ad not too long ago that said, pros or amateurs practice until they get it right, pros practice until they can't get it wrong. Does your operations team practice until they can't get it wrong? Flashcards help. The other thing you need to do, and I tell you the most effective thing you can do to make your training programs highly effective, is teach people how to interview. Too many managers think they know how to interview. This person walks in the door, they get this gut feel, they throw Brittany softballs, and 2 weeks later we have this. Teach people how to interview. You have to teach people how to interview. Hiring is the most important thing the managers ever do, and unfortunately, trainers in the room were 1A. Teach them how to interview. Training can't fix stupid, as comedian Ron White says, okay? Teach them how to interview. It will leverage the effectiveness. As an operations person, as the president of our company, what I learned a long time ago is we have to train what matters. As an example, if you look at this, when a guest gives us a 5 on friendliness, the taste of our food, 91% of the time, we get a 5 on food quality. If we get a 4 on friendliness, only 35% of the people give us a 5 on food. As a trainer, look at the diagnostics that you have in your business and go out there. This is ultra critical in our case. If we can go out and put a hospitality training program together on friendly, we're going to drive the taste of the food. Look at the diagnostics of your business. You can go in and talk to the room of CEOs and presidents and DOs to get the necessary tools and resources done to train what matters. Leverage technology. I know in my company, communication's a challenge. We do things like this. We use GroupMe so that we can communicate directly. All it is a group texting program. So when we roll out a new LTO, we can let everybody know what's going on through simple text and leverage a little bit of social media. We use QR codes to reinforce short video clips. So when our managers say, TJ, I don't know what to cover during the pre-shift. Look at your ripped program. We're not good at accuracy. Watch the video for accuracy. So continue to leverage your training reinforcement by putting tools out there for your managers to use. This is the thing I always hear a lot. We shouldn't train people very well. Train them well enough that they can leave, but treat them well enough that they won't. Leverage the use of incentives. If you want to drive selling, if you want to drive cost reduction, if you want to drive service scores, leverage incentives into your training program because it makes a big difference with the guests. It makes a big difference with the employees when they can make a little more money. Think about that big check and making that production and spouting out to everybody how important recognition is. You heard it a number of times today. But the one thing I'll tell you, and it goes hand in hand with training and hiring, is this. The infamous Charles Barkley said, Gatorade doesn't help people that suck, okay? Training does not help people that suck. We've got to have effective hiring. You could have all the incentives in the world. You could have all the training in the world, but if we don't have the right hire, it doesn't matter. Operations is training. Training is operations. Now everybody lean in, get on the edge of your seat. Here comes the silver bullet that you know you want to hear. Actually, there is no silver bullet, but I want you to say when somebody says, hey, how was TJ's session today? Go, I don't know, but he had me on the edge of my seat. All right? Thank you guys and enjoy the time.
I'm gonna make this place yours.